Welcome to an episode of 4 Uno. We carry on playing this playlist that we're playing. This is Y77 Listen. I might stay up tonight, I think. I fancy another drink and another smoke. It's all that I do all day and all night. And if I can keep smoking and keep drinking, I'll stay awake. It's only when I can stop, when I can't smoke anymore, that's when I go to sleep. When I can't smoke anymore, I go to sleep. When I can still smoke and drink, I'll stay awake. And it's just the way it is, I suppose.
When you study the trees in England, it's obvious that this place used to be a jungle once upon a time. This place was a jungle. But they destroyed their jungle. They destroyed their jungle years ago.
It's a bit cold in here, but I can't get the heater on. I don't know how to do it. I think the fuse has gone, but I don't know. I haven't got a screwdriver. Someone nicked my toolkit, so I'm a bit bollocks at the moment. I can't turn the heater on. I could get the heater in the kitchen and bring it in here. I'll just suffer it. It'll be all right. Let's see the temperature. Oh, let's see this. What's this? East Life Now. Oh. This is K18 Spirit 135. K18 Spirit 135. It's 135 beats per minute. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, right. I'm just trying to sort this mic out a bit. It cuts the vocals down a bit. It doesn't lower the vocals down. I don't know if it's just the headphones or what. I think it's just the headphones, but I just tried pressing some buttons on the mixing desk to see if it helps the vocals, but I don't know really. We'll try it and see. We'll see if it helps the music as well. I'll just open up the channel so that the frequencies go below 20 hertz or whatever. I don't know if I was really having pressed or not, but I'm just trying to get a bit of volume on the mic. I think it sounds all right anyway. It sounds all right. Simon, are you already there? Will you type a message, please? I don't believe you're there. I don't think you are there, Simon. Maybe we'll get Simon in a minute. Maybe we'll get him. I can't see Simon. I don't know where he is, but he hasn't checked. I said, "Are you?" But he hasn't read his message. And actually already have a spliff already. I just rolled up another one and I already got one ready. Simon, is that you tuning in now? Oh, right, I got you on the video. Right. Hello? Hello, Simon? Simon? Hang on, I can't hear you very well. Let me just stop the music. Hang on, let me just stop the music. Go on, speak. Are you watching now? Oh, Rick Astley's watching. Oh, all right, Rick Astley. How are you, man? I ain't seen you for a while. Everything's really good with me. How are you, Simon?
Good.
All right, what are you doing? Are you watching?
Good.
Are you watching?
Yeah, I've got it on, but obviously while I'm talking to you, yeah, I'm watching.
All right. Well, let's talk on the screen then. Message on the screen then, yeah? All right, well, just keep watching whatever you want. I can't be on the phone. I want to play the music. I want to play the music, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to put the music back on, all right? All right, bye. Right, Rick Astley, good, thanks, mate. I've just been busy. All right, well, that's good if you're busy, but is it busy with things that you've made up yourself to do, or is it busy with a work schedule that is put on by a boss? That's what I want to know, because I can be busy all the time. I've always got something to do, but I have to find time to rest, because if I don't find time to rest, I can't sort myself out. So I don't know if it's jobs that you put on yourself, or is it jobs that a boss puts on you? You know, do you know what I mean? There's a difference. You do have to find time to rest, really. And that's what I do on a Saturday and a Sunday. I rest all day. I meditate all day. I discipline my mind. I practice, and that's what gets you to the next level. So I made this playlist today. It's an incredibly long playlist, and it's got every single tune from 1997 up till 2019, December 31st. Hasn't got any of December. It hasn't got any of 2020 in it. But we're going to sort that out on Monday. On Monday, we're going to put January and February in there. So is Jessica Appler there? Is Jessica Appler there? Would you even just go yo or something, Jessica Appler, if you're there? Well, we've got 3 people watching anyway, and even if there's no messages, that's all right. That means that they're silent viewers. Silent viewers is all right by my mind. When someone comments, they're barking like a mad dog. Really, I mean, it's all right to have silent viewers. It's all right. I'm getting used to it now. It's all right. We don't need to comment all the time. We only need to comment if we need to know something or if something's revelationary. That's the only time we need to comment, really. And I can see the comments are reducing slightly and people are starting to watch more, which is really good. I mean, if you do want to know stuff, just ask away anyway. I mean, I'm more into knowledge and philosophy. That's my specialist subject. Philosophy is my specialist subject. And philosophy is what all knowledge and science is based on. All knowledge and science is based on philosophy. Ethics, etiquette, and all these things is philosophy. And the realization of reality, ontology. Ontology is the study of being. The study of being is a big part of philosophy. It's only mentioned very briefly in the encyclopedia, but it's a big subject, it's a big topic. The ontology, the study of being. That is very important in philosophy. That's the most important part, really, and it's the smallest mention in the encyclopedia. But ontology is really something that we need to get to grips with. To be or not to be, that is the question. Ontology is the study of being. So there is a study of being called ontology in philosophy. And what I teach is how to be. I mean, it's about being, and that's what it's about. And this is for Uno. For Uno is really when I'm asleep. But tonight I'm not asleep. I'm wide awake. I know why, but I'm not going to gossip. There's no point. I'll just enjoy it while I can and see how I feel a bit later on. See if I can bear it. And I can bear it, I think. It's not too bad. I don't really notice any difference, really. I'm a bit more awake and a bit more alert, I think. And I do like resting and sleeping and stuff, but it just gets to a point where you've been doing it all day, this, and you think, well, it would be nice to go to sleep. But at the moment, I'm not that tired, so. This is D36 Go On. D36 Go On. There's more versions after this as well. Go On, yeah. Would be nice to see a message from Jessica Appler if they're tuned in. Jessica Appler, if you can just send a message or text, or even text the studio, do a WhatsApp. Just you can always do a WhatsApp message if you want. Jessica Appler, Simon M, or Madman P, or whatever you want to call yourself. If you're watching, I want to know if you're watching. Right, this is Y87 Savage. Is there another version of Savage? I thought we had Savage already. I don't know if there's another version. There might be another version of it. I thought we'd heard Savage already. Maybe we heard it earlier on when we played it in a different set or something. Four silent viewers, very good. Lovely. It's a lovely feeling to have 4 silent viewers. It's a lovely feeling. That means that there's no problems. If you've got problems, you have to tell me. You have to tell me all your problems. That's what you have to do. Or you have to tell me what your goals are, your ambitions. And I'll see if I can help you manifest them. I'm very good at business and creating business ideas and helping people out of poverty, and I can do it with my record industry. with my music business. My business model helps other people get out of poverty. It doesn't just help me. I get myself out of poverty, but then I get others out of poverty, or I get others to earn a bit of money on the side. Depends how much money they want to earn, how much work and how much effort they put in. But at the moment, all you have to do is just invest £1, and that's it. Just invest £1. Now you might think I'm conning you, but you get a tracking return which you can sell as many times as you want. Because at the moment, I'm looking for distributors. I'm not just looking for customers. I'm looking for distributors. Now, a distributor can sell in record shops or sell to other distributors or to customers. And I can sell to customers, distributors, or record shops. But I think a record shop is a distributor, really. So I just call it distributors and customers. If you're a distributor, you can open up your record shop. But as a record shop or as a distributor, you got to be careful if you can't sell to your distributors until you got 100. So I don't know. You got to work it out, really. I mean, you can start off with distributors and customers and just build it up slowly. And that's what I'm doing. The official Etch88. Who's he talking to? I'm talking to whoever's listening. I'm talking to you, I suppose, and Rick Astley and Simon M and Madman P, and that's what I'm talking to. I'm trying to talk to people that want to work in my business. How's it going, brother? It's going really well, man. It's going really good. How are you, man? Drop some sick lyrics. I'm not really in the mood to sing lyrics, really. Do it. Not bad, bro. Your channel is kicking off nicely. Keep it up. Yeah, I will keep it up. It's the only thing that I know how to do. I mean, some of us are good at certain things, and this is all that I can do. I mean, this is all that I will do, and I'll be doing this till the day I die, and I'll still be making music. And you'll see that on Monday morning, I'm going to play a bass line onto this beat. And we're getting into March now. And in March, I usually get quite productive. So, just something that's happened in the past. I don't know if it's because I take Class A drugs in March. But we'll see. And I'm starting to feel more ready to play the bass guitar now. Starting to feel more ready. So I think February was right to have a month off. How are you, big man, John? I'm very good, thanks, Eastside Philly Vision. How are you? How are you? We're kicking off now nicely this evening. Everyone's been out and they come back and they're a bit drunk, maybe. Pussy or crack? Pussy or crack? I'd prefer crack to pussy anyway. I don't think, to me, sex is no big deal. I mean, I'm not a carnal pervert, so sex is not really a big thrill for me. I mean, I do it to have children, and that's the main reason. And that's it, really. I mean, I'd rather have crack than pussy, really. Crack is a bit of buzz, and I can learn how to make a new beat or learn how to do something on the computer. I'd learn a new technique. I'm doing Grand Man all set for Johnny Wanking's birthday tomorrow. Well, I'm waiting for Black Lightning and what's this? Hairy balls or pussy? Hairy balls or pussy? Well, pussy, of course. Obviously, I wouldn't want hairy balls. What the fuck would I want hairy balls for? I ain't no fucking faggot. Excuse my French. I don't know if that's really a derogatory term, but I know what I mean by it, and I'm not one of them. I don't mean to disrespect anyone that is one, but I'm not a gay. I'm not anything like that. So I'd say pussy over that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, pussy's a. But when there comes like a crack and pussy, it's got to be crack every time. I mean, crack is an amazing buzz. I mean, it's an amazing buzz. It's It's probably one of the best buzzes that you'll ever get in the whole world, really. Hairy pussy or shaven balls. It's got to be hairy pussy, I suppose, isn't it? Really. Why do you keep asking me any silly questions? It's not really. It's not really going to lead to much wisdom, is it? This isn't really a wise. It's not really going to lead you to wisdom. You can ask me much wiser questions. You can ask me. I mean, are you just curious or something? I mean, you trying to catch me out? What's the point? Jokey is good, but I think seriousness is better. I think I'm a serious guy and I've got a serious mission, serious vision, and I wish to share it with. I'm advertising to London, and if I can share it to London, then I believe I can share it to the whole world, because London is connected to the whole world. So London's a great place to advertise something and to establish something. And if you want to make it get around the world, well, London's a good place to do that. I mean, I've even got Palestinian guys following me on Twitter. So I don't know if they watch my YouTube channel, but they could do. I advertise regularly on Twitter. Monday to Friday I go on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter on the weekend. Too how much of a head fuck, really, Twitter. I don't really look for it, really. I just look at... You can tell by the first story what's going on. You know, do you know what I mean? You can tell whether there's something serious going on or not. If something serious is going on, you're going to see it straight away. You're going to get a message in your inbox anyway. So I don't need to read all that stuff that they do. Yeah. I just sort of post my own stuff, and that's it, really. I'm just a poster. I'm just a creator. I don't really spectate or keep an eye much on what's going on. I do a little bit. I watch television a bit on a Wednesday. I check the news. I don't really check it on the weekend much, but on Monday to Friday I check the news on my app. And I can put LBC. I can put any media device on that I want, really. But I control it. I don't do it unless I have to. I can tell by the mobile phone if something's serious, if I need to watch it or not. Because I do have to keep an eye on what's going on. And I do have to monitor it and make sure that there's fair play in all angles. And it's the only way to prevent war and catastrophe. Tits or arse? Well, I like tits better, I think. I think arse is... What can you do with an arse? I mean, what can you do with that? I mean, as long as it looks all right. I mean, I call them breasts anyway, not tits, because I like breasts, you know, like big breasts. Big breasts. But tits are a bit small, I think. But all right, we got our first Muslim message there, and I can't read it. So whoever is a Muslim person can understand that. I don't know if you want to write in English. You don't have to. You can write in your Muslim language. That's fair enough. I don't mind. You can write what you want, but I can't understand you like that. But that's fair enough. If you just want to write what you want to write, that's entirely up to you. It's your freedom of speech. On this page, you can express yourself any way you want. You might get a shouting from me, but you can express yourself any way you want and any language you want. And I want to make it a universal page for everyone. Anyone can join in on this page. I want to open the doors to anyone. I don't want to really ban anyone, really. Not from here. If they want to write rubbish, let them write rubbish. And I should just learn to ignore stuff. And that thing earlier, I should have learned to ignore as well. But I rose to the bait and I got angry with him. But he was someone that I knew anyway. Silly bloke he was. But ban the fools, Johnny. Yeah, I banned him anyway. I banned him for threatening to throw stones through my window. He threatened to throw stones through my window on YouTube. Who was the guy you banned earlier, mate? That's the guy. I mean, I don't know his name. I can't even pronounce his name. I just know him by his face. I don't need to know people's names. Names aren't important to me. I just know people's faces. Sometimes I just know people's faces, and that's it. I can see the spelling of his name, but I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. I've never said it. I don't need to know someone's name. I mean, a lot of the people that come around here, I don't know their name at all. I just got yeah, he's a prick. Hope he lands on misfortune. Well, he lands on misfortune all the time. He's always doing it. So I'll stick him in my Honda van, and you'll have never hear from him ever again. Don't worry, Dick Richards. It's all right. Don't worry, it's all right. Karma is karma, you know. I mean, now he can't get up here, so he can't get what he used to get, the service that I would do for him. He can't get that service anymore. He can't get. I mean, I do the best service that there is in town, and he's not going to get that good service anymore. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you what service and what business, but he can't get a whole apple. He can't eat a whole apple anymore. A whole apple, he just can't do it. And eating the apple is what it's all about. I mean, some people just have a bite and have a lick. If you have a lick or a bite of the apple, then some people think that tastes so good that they don't need to eat the whole apple. But what I do is eat the whole apple, and I'm still doing it 15 years later. I'm still eating the apple 15 years later. I haven't finished the apple yet. You see what I mean? Some people just lick and taste it and they think they're enlightened. But it's a whole journey, and I'm still going through it. I mean, with my head movements, when they're over, when my head movements are over and my head stopped clicking and my mind is in duality, full duality, rather than being split, my mind is curing the split, and it's taking 15 years to do it. So I'm not a paranoid schizophrenic anymore. I'm cured, really, but I'm still not fully disciplined yet. I am like a master in a way, but I'm not a full master yet. What's this? I've read that already. All right. Right, this is K16, Show Me, version 14. What's it say? Is love just a lie? Well, what I would say, East Life Willie Vision, is that love doesn't actually exist. I mean, I talk about love and I say that we should have it, but the love that I talk about is not what normal people call love. What normal people call love is actually an addictive clinging. It's an addictive clinging attachment, and you're actually addicted, and you're clinging, and you're attached to the other person. And you can actually be attached and clingy and have attachment to an object as well, and you can create your identity out of it. Like if you get a certificate, you might say, this certificate makes me a professor or something, and you make your identity, and then you play your role. You play a role. Well, I'm a professor now, so I've got to act like a professor. So what's your question again? Is love just a lie? Well, love is an illusion. That addictive, clingy attachment is an illusion. It's not real. It's not, that desire is not real. It's an inadequate incompleteness in the mind. The inadequate incompleteness. Now you are actually complete. You got a lungs, you got your heart, you got your mind, you got your bones. You're a complete body. So why do you feel incomplete when you haven't got the other sex there? Why do you feel incomplete? Why should you? I don't feel incomplete, but that's because I'm disciplined. If you discipline your mind, then you can feel complete without needing the other sex. And when you feel complete without the other sex, that means that you're the perfect being for the other sex. because you don't need them. So because you don't need them, you don't create any drama. You just exist and be, and you just listen to them. And if they've got a bit of drama, you can just tolerate it or just listen to it. I'd rather not have the drama. My girlfriends, I'm very choosy. I'm very choosy with my girlfriends. My African girlfriend up the road, she doesn't bring any drama at all. We just get on like a house on fire. But she wants to get married, and I don't want to get married. So we're never going to have sex. We're never going to do it. I mean, without love, we wouldn't be a better people. We would feel no empathy. We would be destructive, sir. No, but what I'm talking about is the attachment. That's what I'm saying. I use the word love myself. I want to get onto that in a minute. What I'm trying to say is that there's an addictive, clinging, attachment, desire. You can have it for an object like this lighter. I could be desire this. And if I'm attached to my lighter, my favorite lighter, what happens if someone steals it, or if it runs out of gas, or if I can't refill it, or if it breaks? What happens to it? You see what I'm getting at? I can be attached to a lighter. So if I can be attached to a lighter, I can be attached to a person. If I'm attached to a person or a lighter, it makes no difference. I'm still attached to them. I might form my identity out of them. I'm John with the lighter. I'm John with the girlfriend. I'm John with the girlfriend, with the job, with the house, with the mortgage, with the kids. I'm John. And you form your identity out of your situation. And that's not really who you are. You're really just a human being that just exists. You're not really your achievements or your or your past or any of the roles or anything. You're just a human being, and survival is what's most important. And a lot of this stuff is to do with social status and stuff like that. And what was the question again? I can't even remember now. Love. Oh, we're talking about love. Yeah. So love is the addictive, clingy desire is very unhealthy, because what it implies is that you're not complete. And even if you get a partner, you'll still feel lacking. You'll still feel it, because you need to sort yourself out before you can have a relationship. Trust me, you need to sort out yourself so that you're wholesome before you enter a relationship. If you're unwholesome and you need a relationship, then that's the biggest mistake, is to go into a relationship. You need to sort yourself out. You need to really discipline your mind and practice. And what is your opinion on pornography? Well, to me, pornography doesn't mean much. I mean, it's just, you can watch animals having sex on television anyway. I mean, imagine love was for love. Well, what I'm talking about is one love, what Bob Marley talks about. And the love that I talk about is not really a feeling. It's more like you have so much joy in your heart that you have a compassion for your fellow human beings. But it's not selective. My love is not selective for my girlfriend. My girlfriend, I have a love that is unconditional for all humanity, for every single human being, regardless of what sin or crime they've done. It doesn't bother me. Love overlooks all offences, and I have to do this because I have to include everyone, and everyone can change and everyone can reform themselves if they want to. But even if they don't, I still have to include them, because I just want to include everyone. And I think that's the best way to sort out division and to create unity, to include everyone, and then we can have a debate and we can do Pathfinder and discipline our minds and practice and stuff like that. Well, there is one love. I mean, one love is the real love. The real love that you feel once you're conscious is a non-selective love, and it's a love for the whole universe. It's a love for the air. It's a love for the table. It's a love for a fork or a spoon. It's a real appreciation. It's a real love. I love all the Johnnies. I mean, a real love is when you're in heavenly realization and you love all creation. When you love all creation and you don't see any ugliness, even when you look at fungus and you see beauty, when you can see beauty in the shadows, when you can see beauty, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, beauty and love go together. Have you heard about the new DB band called Psychedelic Bees? It has Nick Jers, Ivana Handjob, and Lee Skunt in it. I don't know about that. Love is like real sometimes when you are in the spiritual air of, I don't know what that word is. Type love if you love Johnny. Bye, Each Life Willie Vision. See you tomorrow, hopefully, for your birthday, the 30th. Sorry, it's Lou Skunt. All right. Lou Skunt. All right, I'll get you. All right, very funny. Do you know Mike Litt? Mike Litt, right? Way. Right. Say niggers. I can say niggers more times. Right. Niggers. I mean, I can say any word I want, really. I mean, it's an O-rating show, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying any of these words anyway. It's my laws on here. It's my laws are going to take over the world one day. I've got my own currency as well. Designed my own currency in 2016. Designed my own currency. I know how to do it. I could sell my currency, but my currency is the same value as a pound. And then I realised the value could change, but I don't want to do that. I want to leave mine at a pound. And my business, I want to trade at a pound, really. Maybe I should trade samples for a pound as well then. I'll just do 10 minutes of work or something and I'll just do some work, and I can always duplicate the work I'm doing anyway. And yeah, if people want samples, maybe I'll start doing them for a pound. I mean, not a pound per sample, but I'll do a little bank and I'll charge a pound for it. I could do that. That's my business. It should be a pound, really. Pound for everything, really. Would you become immortal if given the chance? Yes, I would. If I became the chance, I would become immortal. I think it's great life. I think life is brilliant and I could live here forever. Easy. I would not have a problem. I would not get bored at all. I would never get bored. It's too many things to do. I mean, I've got far too many things to be doing to get bored. I've got infinite projects that I could be doing. I could be playing music immortally forever. I mean, I could be doing it. Yeah, I'll do that, definitely. I might even be immortal anyway. I'm not sure because I'm so disciplined, and there is a way of becoming immortal. Osiris done it. Osiris was an emperor, and he reigned a peaceful empire across the whole animal kingdom. Because back then there was more animals than humans, and he reigned a peaceful empire. And to this day, even the animals are still peaceful now. It's only the humans that have lost their way. The animals are still at peace. And the animals are improving in consciousness all the time. But the humans are still confused and lost in their way. And they're not really doing what they should be doing as a species. Osiris, that's not how you spell it. I'll spell it. I'll spell it for you. It's Osiris. Oh, hang on a minute. That's how you spell it, Osiris. But it should be a capital O, obviously. Sorry, I didn't put a capital O. Osiris, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, Osiris was immortal, but he got tricked into death by his uncle. His uncle tricked him into death. And then his uncle took the throne. But Osiris was immortal, apparently. and he wasn't even a human. He was like well, this is what they say in the Secret History of the World, that he had like a Green Lantern head. But then when you speak to the Jamaicans say that he was an African guy. If you speak to the Tamils, they'll say that he was an Indian guy. If you speak to the Chinese, they'll say that he was a Chinese guy. So you see what I'm saying? I mean, maybe the Babylonians and the Romans wanted to disguise the fact that he was a black man. Because in history, they sort of do that. They sort of disguise the fact that he was really a black man. Osiris might have been a black man. That's what the Jamaicans say. The Rastafarians, they say that he was a black man. And I've even met a girl, and I was talking about Poseidon once, and she said that was a guy from Africa that called this name. So, I mean, the Jamaicans and the Africans have got black names and black people for all these characters that are in Egyptian and Roman mythology. Egyptian mythology and Roman mythology and Greek mythology. All these characters have got a black character, and sometimes they even have an Indian character of the same character, or a Chinese one as well. So you can see that it's the same God that the Chinese, the Africans, and the Indians are all following. It's exactly the same God. He just moves from place to place. He's been around the world twice already, and he's on his third time round now. He's on his third time round now. The King of the East. The King of the East. He's on his third time round the planet. And I've got to say that the United Kingdom is still called United Kingdom, which is a bit weird when really, well, it's still called Britain, and Brittany is in France, and Brahma was an Indian, Brahma is an Indian god yet still to come. And when he comes, he becomes immortal, and all things die and end up inside him. This is what it says in the encyclopedia. This is Brahma. Now, what I worked out was that Britain comes from the word Brahma. So the British Empire, why was it called the British Empire? It was called the British Empire because God was in the King of Kings, and God, the King of the East, was in their empire. Now, he might not have been living in England, but he was in one of their countries. The Most High King of Kings was governing the British Empire. I'm not joking. I'm telling the truth. This is how an empire becomes an empire. This is God just means King of Kings, really. And the British Empire was a British Empire only because it had this one man in it, whoever this man is. And I think he was in Sri Lanka, because the reason I say that, Sri and Lanka, I think it's got something to do with God's land or something like that. I'm not really sure, but it could be true. I'm not really sure why it's called Sri Lanka and it was called Ceylon before. Sri is like a name, and it could be like land of God or something, or land of King, or land of Most High, or something like that. And then you've got like that was in the British Empire at the time, and so was India, and so was Nigeria. So you got to see how these things work out. Osiris was the true king. Yeah, he was a true emperor. He was a real emperor, King of Kings. He was. Now, Johnny, I agree, but your views could be seen controversial. My views aren't controversial. They are the truth. They really are. I mean, I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers, and you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. No, but it's true though. I mean, you got to think about it. If you don't believe me, look up the word empire in the dictionary. Look it up, and then look up the word ancient, and you see that ancient and empire mean the same thing. Ancient means that the King of Kings was there. Empire means the King of Kings was in it, and that's why the empire is always moving around. Sometimes it's Persian, sometimes it's British, sometimes, and it's because the king is moving around. That's why. Then you had Shah Jahan at one stage, so the emperor went over there. So the emperor's always moving around. I agree with you though. I am Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Right. The British Empire was the best empire. Well, it's actually the smallest entrance inside in the encyclopedia. You'll find that the Egyptian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, all these other empires are much bigger entrances in the encyclopedia. The British Empire is only about one page. It's a ridiculously small entrance. It only lasted from about 1500 to about 1945, and that was it, really. That was the British Empire. It was nothing, really, and it was only the empire because God was in it, or the King or Kings, or whatever you want to call him. That's the only reason. And he probably wasn't even in Britain anyway. But I think he is now because it's still called Britain now. So I think the actual King or Kings, Most High, is living in England today because it's still called Britain. There's no reason to call it Britain otherwise. You might as well just call it England. I mean, or the United Kingdom. Why call it Britain still? Great Britain. We're still calling it Great Britain. And Brahma, isn't it? I mean, it's the Most High. He's here somewhere. I shall kraken of fear and prosperity rain upon the soul of the damned for years of torment and fear. Boris, the King of Kings. King family, De Vito. This guy doesn't know his geography. I laugh out loud. I might not be brilliant at geography, but I still know what I'm talking about. King of Kings does move around, and he does move around, and he's been around the world twice already. He's done it. He's been around before the Ice Age, and he's been everywhere. And there's actually kings and queens everywhere. He's had firstborns all over the place. There's actually kings and queens everywhere, but not all of them have the right nurture. That's the only problem. There's queens all over the place. I see them all the time. There's queens everywhere. That last girl that I was with was a queen. I mean, she was a queen, all right. How can he have firstborns all over the place? Well, think about it. A woman can only have one firstborn, but a man can have firstborn every day of his life. If he gets a virgin pregnant every day, he's got a firstborn every day. So a man can have 5 babies a day. If he has sex 5 times a day and he has 5 virgins every day, or five firstborns every day, and it's with a firstborn of a firstborn of a firstborn, then it becomes another queen. And he goes traveling. In the old days, he wasn't really God. He wasn't a King of Kings to start off with. The first King of Kings was Nimrod. Nimrod was the first one to start wearing a crown and saying that I'm a king. It was Nimrod that started that off. And Nimrod wrestled a lion. He killed a lion. And he started this trend off. And then eventually some guy tried to kill a lion, and the lion ate him. And this guy didn't really make it to the throne. But so there never used to be a king, and God or the King of Kings used to just travel around. That was what he did. I mean, like if you think of pirates and stuff like that, that's what he was like. He just went on adventures and he discovered land and stuff. That's what he did. Oh, this is A54 feeling free. What's your opinion on Mussolini? I don't know much about Mussolini, but I know that he was involved in one of the world wars, and I would have to study that because I can't remember exactly what Mussolini done. I can't remember that, so I'm really sorry. I can't answer that now, but I can't really be bothered to study it. But I think he was a dictator, and I think he was the Italian one. And if he was, then well, the Romans have always been at it, you know, right up until the Second World War, and that was the Romans that caused all that. The Italians. What's your opinion on Hitler? Well, Hitler and Mussolini, I think they worked together, and they, I don't know really. I don't really know because these guys were in history, and I Hitler, I don't know enough about really. I never really saw his speeches or understood what he said or understood anything that he's done. I never read his book. I don't know really. Is Pac living in Cuba still alive? I don't know, man. What do you think about the coronavirus? I just think that you just got to be disciplined. The more disciplined you are, the less chance you'll get of catching it. That's what I think. Hitler only had one ball. Well, that's what they say, but I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I mean. You see, a lot of this stuff is hearsay, and what's hearsay, I don't want to take down as knowledge. And when a lot of it was propaganda, so I don't take propaganda on all this second-hand knowledge to be knowledge. It's not knowledge. Second-hand anecdotal stuff about Hitler or about Mussolini or about anyone. You know, even Jesus Christ. I don't. That's why the Bible, I'm very dodgy about the New Testament because it's actually all anecdotal, and they're talking about miracles and stuff, and they're doing it anecdotally. So would Jesus really have done that? And the funny thing is, the ancient Greeks were actually doing epistemology and philosophy, studying the difference between belief and knowledge. So what me and Rastafari believe is that it was actually ancient Greeks that made the New Testament, and they took African knowledge from the story of Osiris, and then they took African stories, and then they wove their belief system into it. I don't know why they done this, but at first the Romans banned the Bible because they thought it was belief, and they banned it at first. And then when they saw how controlling it was or something, or they saw how all the gullible people started following it, they actually legalized it. And then they started shutting down the temples. In the 3rd century, the Romans shut down the temples of the mystery schools. Well, I am talking from books. That's what I'm talking about. Romans did. They in the 3rd century, this is when it all happened. They shut down the ancient temples, teaching the knowledge that I'm teaching you now. They shut down that teaching, and then they just spread beliefs and hell and heaven and all this stuff. And it's not really right. I mean, I don't really even think hell exists anyway. I think we all end up in the same place. God's a forgiving person. I mean, God, the King of Kings, God is a forgiving person. He'll forgive you for anything. He'll forgive you for absolutely anything. Even if you rebel against him, he'll forgive you. He doesn't care if you rebel against him. He'll just laugh at you. If you rebel against him, you'll end up with pain and suffering. So to rebel against God is just not to heed his word. If you don't heed God's word, if you don't read his word, then you're just going to suffer. So he doesn't care if you rebel. He doesn't care. He doesn't. If it does say in these books that you end up in a fiery pit, but you don't really end up in a fiery pit. You just end up having a suffering, miserable life, chasing status. That's all that happens. That's all that really is. Do you think the government should legalize Class A drugs? I do, actually. I think everything should be legalized. I think we should all have the equal rights to all substances and all resources. And I think we should share the resources out more. I don't see why we should pay so much money for tobacco when it's just a little leaf that's dried up. Why are we paying all that? And even weed, why are we paying so much money for it? I understand that the guys have got to grow it and we've got to pay them a wage, but come on, I mean, tobacco grows like a weed. I mean, it is a weed, and weed is a weed as well. So why are we paying so much money for these natural resources that are abundant? They're abundant natural resources, and we're paying through the nose for it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Opinions on Katie Hopkins? I can't even remember who Katie Hopkins is. I don't know. Because of tobacco is spice. Because of tobacco is spicy. I don't know what that means. Because of tobacco is spicy. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but tobacco has pesticides in it, so more chems. I still, well, whatever you say, we still shouldn't be paying through the nose for it. I mean, we shouldn't be paying. I pay £15 or £16 for one packet of tobacco, and it's only 30 grams. And I smoke 2 or 3 packets a week. I mean, I can afford it just about, but it does throw my food budget out a bit. I mean, that's why I need to earn a bit of money. I mean, that's why I need to do it because I smoke. I've got enough money if I don't smoke, but I do smoke and I do buy tobacco. And what can I do? I mean, if someone's addicted to smoking, I don't know if I am addicted. Maybe I can stop, but I'm surrounded by smoke. And what I do, the way that I make money, just means that I'm just surrounded by smoking all the time. And I can smoke whenever I want. I can stop whenever I want, really. I'm not even smoking this spliff now. I mean, if I had only a small amount of weed, I'd be smoking continually and chain smoking. But now I can take a whole hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours to smoke one spliff. And that's really good. I mean, it's actually 11 o'clock now, so... Opinions on communism. Well, communism is no better than what's it called here? Democracy. Democracy is better. I've looked into it myself. And communism starts with violence usually, and it's usually a violent person who's behind it, who's a murderer or someone. It's usually a murderer that runs things, and communism is dodgy. Opinions on Margaret Thatcher's arse. I don't know about that. Burnings is lit. Yeah. Capitalism. Yeah, capitalism's all right. I think capitalism's all right. It's just that the only problem is that we got our desire in the wrong place. Like, we value the wrong things wrong. We don't value artwork right. We don't pay for it. We want to get it free all the time. So we go to free download sites and stuff. But we shouldn't be doing that. We should be supporting the artists. But if we want to buy trainers, we'll go and buy Nike trainers. So we're supporting corporations, but we're not supporting little artists. And this is the problem. Even Reinforce, I'm sure they're struggling. They make great videos, though, so maybe they're not. But helping others should be our priority. Our priority, I suppose that is. Well, you say that, but what I would say to you is that before you can help someone else, you have to know yourself and be able to help yourself. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite and you'll never be able to help anyone because you're not standing on solid ground. You're not standing on solid ground. You can't help anyone. You're just making a noise for no reason. You're not going to help anyone. You got to be standing on solid ground yourself first. You got to be able to help yourself. You got to know yourself. You got to respect yourself. You got to have joy in your heart. You got to be disciplined. You got to be. I'm not homophobic. No, not at all. I don't know why people even invented that word because I'm not scared of a gay. No, I'm not scared of a gay person. Why would I be scared of a gay person? That's what that implies. Homophobic. It's homophobic. It implies that you're scared of Muslims. Well, I'm not scared of Muslims. I'm not scared of homosexuals, but I'm not a Muslim. I hang around with Muslims. I don't hang around with gay people. I don't know any, and I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I just wouldn't want a gay person, and a gay person never would hang around me. They just would never do it. They just wouldn't. It's just the way it is. I mean, they never would. Well, really, if you study the word phobic, that does mean scared of. Acrophobia and all these words. If you study phobia means scared of. It implies that you're wrong. If you disagree with it, it implies there's something wrong with you. This is the problem with the word phobia. It implies there's something wrong with you if you disagree with it. Now, I do actually disagree with it, but because I disagree with it, does that make me scared of it or a misfit? No, it doesn't really. I'm normal, actually. I'm actually normal. You're the one that's not normal. You're not normal. I mean, 1 in 10 or whatever, that's not normal. So why are you trying to make that a normal thing? That's wrong, really. Watching this is like a surreal nightmare. What's your thoughts on Pringles being £3 a pop? Well, I think that a lot of this food is wrong, but if you eat righteous food like rice and dal and and vegetables, then if you do your own cooking, it's actually a bargain, and you can cook very cheaply. But if you eat takeaways and processed food, it is expensive. I eat takeaways, but I mean, processed food is more expensive, and we shouldn't really eat it. I mean, you shouldn't really eat Pringles, really. I mean, it's not good for you. No, phobia is like a country. Phobia means that you're scared of it. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You fear it. You fear it. You're scared of it. You're not normal. They're implying that there's something wrong with you. That's what they're implying. That's what me and Rasta agree, and we're pretty certain about this. What's your opinion on feminism? Well, I think feminism is daft. I think it's just that women are not liberated. When they're not liberated, they become feminists. They blame men for their own problems. Their own problem is that they're undereducated, they're underdeveloped. An undereducated, underdeveloped woman will blame men for their, if you don't blame men, you blame your parents or you blame the government. If you've got any blame, then there's something wrong with you. It doesn't matter if you're a feminist or whatever the situation is. If you blame your parents or blame the government or blame women or blame men, whatever that blame is wrong. It's your own problem. You've got to read yourself. You've got to study or discipline yourself. That's what I would say. Thoughts on eating poo? I haven't got any thoughts on that. The children born will know nothing but full bellies. Maybe, I don't know. Right, that was Y65 Epistemology. That was a Eastside production. There's more modern versions of that. That was an old version of it. Funny, we got all the tunes in here now. It's very funny. We still haven't heard any tape masters yet. It's not played any tape masters yet. This is A21 Butter. A21 Butter. Thoughts on vasectomies? Well, I'm not the sort of person that wants to order people around or tell them what to do. But a vasectomy is where I think you remove your womb to stop yourself from getting pregnant. I don't really think it's right, but I don't know. I mean, I think really we should breathe. And instead of having hospitals, we should shut the hospitals down and just breed like we did in the old days. You just breed. And by breeding, that's the most natural way of doing the NHS. Instead of prolonging life at the end. And I see the state of my granddad, you see, and it's not right. And he's not even happy living like that. So, I mean... Oh, right, I'm talking about the wrong thing, am I? Oh, sorry, I don't know. What's the other one then? I don't know. What happens if someone gets sick, though? Well, if you get sick, you vomit, don't you? I mean, you vomit up, didn't you? Opinions on Thanos? I don't know what Thanos is. Is that a Greek god or something? I don't know who Thanos is. I could have a look, but as I don't know, I mean, I haven't got any views at all because I've never heard of that term. I could study it, or I could bring a friend, but my friend would probably know. He knows most things like that. He would know that, and that's why I want to work with him. I want him to be with me really when I'm doing this, so that he can back me up when I don't know something. But he's a Greek god, is he? All right. Opinions on the KKK. Well, the KKK were formed from a bunch of ignorant people. They're much like the Brexit supporter today. There's no difference between the KKK and the Brexit supporter today. There are some Brexit supporters that aren't like the KKK, but there's a whole load of Brexit supporters that are just the same as the KKK. The KKK are just the same. There's nothing's changed. Nothing much does change, really. Racism is still there today. I can't believe that it still is. I mean, when I went to school and I thought, shit, we're going to end racism in our generation. But we haven't at all. It's still there. It's still there. I can't believe that it's still there in this day and age. When I was at school, I really did think we'd end it. I thought we're the generation to end it. And I thought we were the future. And our generation did end it. I mean, the rave generation, blacks and whites did rave in peace and harmony. I mean, we were all one family. We really did have a really good time back in the 1990s. I mean, there was no violence, really. I mean, even in the football clubs, everyone was taking ecstasy. Ecstasy was taken everywhere. Ecstasy was taken in pubs, in football stadiums, and there was no violence during the 1990s in football matches. Not one violent, no violence at all. Everyone was taking ecstasy. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the question was now, but I don't know what that word is, I'm afraid. Right, this is Y95. I can't remember what the tune was called back in the day, but this was made in about 2003, or I think it was made in 2003 on an old studio. Not this studio, it was made on the old studio. A computer that was bought in Digital Village, I think. Not Digital Village, that was in Watford, I think. I can't remember what the name of it. No, it was called Digital Village, yeah. PC bought from there, and that was a studio computer. And it was done on that. It wasn't done on this studio at all. But I got a digital version of it. Let's see this. After death, the cells are depleted of their energy source and the protein filaments become locked in place. This causes the muscles to become rigid and locks the joints during these. After death, the cells are depleted of their energy source and the protein filaments become locked in place. This causes the muscles to become rigid and locks the joints during these. After death, the cells are depleted of their energy become locked in place. This causes the muscles to become rigid and locks the joints during these early stages. Whereabouts in the UK are you from? Well, I'm from northwest London, South Harrow. Harrow, I don't know if you heard of Harrow. Harrow Borough, the happiest borough in London. There's a famous school here on Harrow on the Hill. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but Bumperclaw. This is a curse word used in Jamaica when surprised, angry, etc. It's a part of the language patois. You can say it is equivalent to fuck in patois. Jamaicans don't really speak a patois, they speak English really, but they use Old English. They use an older version of English, that's all it is. They don't really speak in another language at all. It is all English that they're speaking. Bumperclaw does mean something. You just got to work out what it means. That's why it's a swear word, because it does mean something. It doesn't really mean fuck, really. It doesn't mean to fuck. It means something else. I'm sure it does. I'm not really sure, but I mean, I've never asked a Jamaican what it really means. But I don't think it means to fuck. I think it means something else. Bumperclaw. Bumba. Batty man Clark. I mean, you ever seen an old man in a nappy? Well, I have. I've seen old men in nappies. I don't know if that's what a Bumperclaw is, but to me, that's what a Bumperclaw is. A Bumperclaw is an old man in a nappy because he abused his body when he was younger. Or a woman can abuse her body as well. I mean, men and women can both end up in nappies. I mean, I've seen it. I've witnessed it in hospital. I've seen it. There's like Rasclar. Rasclar is a... Ras means head. I know that Rasclar means Rascloth. It means Rascloth. And Bumperclaw, well, cloth means cloth. So it is a cloth. And Bumper cloth. That's what it is. It's not really that rude a word, really. It's just Bumperclaw. I mean, just nappy cloth. It's just a grown man nappy cloth, really. I think that's what it means. And Rasclar is just... It's not even a swear word, Rasclar, really. It's just a headcloth. That's what it means. And that's why they go Rasclar, Bumperclaw, Rasclar, and they just joke around a bit. And sometimes they're not swearing, and sometimes they are, and they just mess about a bit. We live in a society. We do live in a society, and a society is a group of people, and that's why I want to include everyone in this on this YouTube channel. I want to include everyone. You're gonna have to help me with the trolls. You're going to help me because earlier on I had a troll on here and I ended up shouting at him. And it's not good. I shouldn't really shout at a troll. It's not. That means that they've won, really, and that's not right. I don't want them to win. I don't want to shout at a troll. I don't really want to do that. So if you see any trolling going on, please try and support me because I do need your support with trolls. I mean, I didn't realize it'd get that bad, but what was the tune before? I'd have to skip back to find out. Let me skip back. That was Y95, the tune before. This is actually a tune that I copied, actually. I actually copied it off of a trance track. There was a trance album that one of my girlfriends had. And I liked the tune, and I thought, let's have a go at trying to copy it. And I copied it, and it's not really my tune. I wouldn't really register it because it's a chord progression, and that's how I know that all trance records are really the same chord progression. This is what I did. I just copied the trance record, and that's what everyone does. They just copy the same progression, and that's not really the way to make music, really. It's not really a very good piece of music, but sorry, Eastside, for any reason, didn't know you are such a member. Buddha versus Jesus, who wins? Well, Buddha, obviously, because Buddha was more enlightened. Jesus wasn't. Buddha ate an apple or ate more of the apple than Jesus. Jesus reckons that he taught his disciples in about 28 days or 30 days or 60 days or something. You can't teach someone to eat an apple in that time period. So Jesus only licked the apple. That's why he ran his mouth so much. He didn't obey King Solomon's proverbs that it's wiser to know and keep quiet. And that's what I've been doing for years. When I hear someone argue with me, I don't argue back. I just let them believe what they want to believe. Because there's no point in trying to challenge their belief system. You can't do it. So there's no point in even trying. They're not going to injure anyone anyway. So you just leave them to believe what they want to believe. And it's only a belief anyway. But it does interfere with their life. But what can I say? I mean, what's your highest round on the El Senrosh? Today I got round 30. We could have got more. Oh, I couldn't. Have you ever I don't know what them words are, and I don't think I have. I don't know. Eastside Believer at Rick Ashley. Nah, mate. You just spam the same shite. It's boring. Thoughts on Shark Tale? Thoughts on pegging? I don't know, man. I don't know what all this is going on. You guys can answer as well. I mean, I don't know what these terms are really. I don't know what Shark Tale is. Shark Tale? What's that? I mean, pegging? I mean, thoughts on Furies? Furies? Is that Furies? I don't know. I mean, and I don't really have thoughts anyway. I have considerations, really. Considerations come from facts, and thoughts are subjective. So I don't really have thoughts. I have factual content, really. Fury eyes. I don't know what you mean by that, neither. Oh, we got 10 likes. Brilliant. Yes, we got 10 likes and we got 11 viewers. We're doing really well, man. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much. I'm very happy. Sorry for my bad English. I am Arabian. All right. That's all right. That's all right. Is incest okay? Because I have a friend called Rick Ashley who has this problem. I don't know. Well, pegging is when a woman fucks a man with a strap on. That is wrong, man. That is wrong. I would never allow that. I'd never allow that. Never. Never. I'd never allow a woman to do that. Never. Never. Does that mean that I'm a homophobic because I wouldn't allow a woman to do that? You see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at there? Am I homophobic because I wouldn't let a woman wear a strap on? Now, Babylon would want you to think that a woman wearing a strap on is normal behavior. And they'd encourage it and then make a video about it and stuff. People who dress up as animals. I don't know what you mean by that, man. 12 likes. Shit, man. We're doing really well. Man. We're doing really well. I mean, let's hope that we crack 100 with the amount of viewers that we get tonight. Let's hope we crack 100. I'll keep going all night tonight, I think. I'm just loving the music, and someone asked what this was, and it's called Y95, and it doesn't really have a title. A lot of these tunes are just code names. They're just numbers. A lot of these tunes are. Talked on 69. Well, 69 is a natural position, though, I think. I think it's natural, but got to get that some body hee. I mean, 69 is all right, I think. I think it's natural. It's natural for youngsters, really. It's a youngsters thing. I'm not really into that anymore, really. I'm not really into it, but I'm into more like just ordinary missionary style, you know? You should live stream on a program called Stream Labs. With this program, you can stream with lots of added features. It's very easy to receive donations, and you can put in subscriber goals and stuff. You should live stream on a program called Streamlabs. Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, people can always send me donations if they want anyway. I mean, there's nothing stopping them. I've got bank account details anyway. I don't know about this program, but I'm on YouTube. If you want to give me a donation, you can. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. You can just email me at eastlivetelevision@gmail.com. Just email the word donation, and then I'll hit return, send you my bank account details, and you can give me a donation. I mean, anyone can do that. So you can donate whenever you want. I mean, you can. All that I'd really request is £1 a week or £1 a month, really, as a broadcasting service. £1 a month, really, is my business is £1 business. So really, I should do it for £1 a month, really. I think that's fair. So it's up to you to actually do it, but I'm not going to check those donations. I mean, it just makes YouTube like streams like smooth and it's free. All right. I don't know about all these things. I'm just going to stick to YouTube, I think. I'm going to stick to one place. I'm going to stick to where I am and see how I get on and see if I can make any money this way and try this for a while. I mean, I only just started it up. I mean, it's doing quite well now. I mean, it's all right. I'm enjoying it. So as I'm enjoying it, why change it? I mean, it is about enjoying yourself as well. I mean, big fan of Bubsy 3D. It is probably my favourite game ever, with other levels, wacky enemies, and great couch cop. It's no wonder why it's my favourite game. All right. Can I send you a donation of weed? You can, yeah, of course you can. You can send me a donation of weed if you want. That'll get you in the studio, basically. If you come with weed, you'll get in the studio probably. That's the right sort of mentality. I've got a blessings bowl. I've got an offerings bowl up here. I've actually got an offerings bowl, which if you want to bring an offering, you can probably get into the studio. That's probably how you do it. You can get me a hot chocolate from Costa Coffee if you want. And if you do that, maybe you'll get into the studio. If you get me a hot chocolate or a 10 bag of weed or an eighth of weed or even half ounce or an ounce or however much you want. I mean, even one spliff. I mean, if you give me an offering, that's good nature, and I think that's acceptable. Sorry, I can't donate. I'm saving up for 18-inch Dragon dildo. All right. Streamer streams though YouTube, you don't change. Streamer streams though YouTube, you don't charge. You don't change. I don't know what you mean, but did Michael Jackson fiddle kids? I don't know about that, but according to the court, he didn't. He was proven innocent in a court. It's not like other people that have been found guilty. He was found innocent. So I don't know what you would say on that, but if you're going to go by what the court says, then the court said he was innocent. I think, if I remember rightly. I can't remember completely, but I thought he was innocent. But today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile role-playing games of 2019, and it's totally free. Currently, almost 10 million users have joined Raid over the last 6 months. All right. This chat is AIDS. All right. East Life Television. No, you full of reviews. Oh, let me just see what's on my WhatsApp. Hang on a minute, I've got something here. What's this say? Working on promoting. Sent sales emails to record shops with East Life YouTube links, so please be careful with my working knowledge of this. Laugh out loud. Oh, interesting. Right. I don't know what he's not really listening to me at all. Never mind. We'll see what he does. He's not listening to me at all. I told him you got to approach your friends, really. He's approached record shops. What's the point in approaching a record shop? That's ridiculous. He's lying. It's not. They are spamming game review stuff on your channel. But it's all right. They can write what they want, really. I'm not bothered. Sorry, we'll stop. All right. I'm just trying to help. All right. Well, if people are trying to help, that's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind that. I think that your username is offensive. Eastside Fully Vision. Nah, it's all right. I don't mind. I can take a joke. Download Raid Shadow Legends now and use code Table Cat Tabby Cat. I actually feel quite chuffed that people make up names like Eastside Fully Vision and the other one, which is what is it now? There's Eastside Fully Vision and there's Prof. Johnny Wanking. Prof. Johnny Wanking and Eastside Fully Vision, and they're cool people. I mean, that's a cool thing to do. I mean, that to me means that you're getting somewhere. When people make names up like that about you, then that means that you're getting somewhere. I think that's the way I see it. When I see names like that, it makes me think, wow. I mean, people really, you know. I've been here since 15 subscribers. All right. I think you have been there a long time, yeah. Download Doodle Jump now for the most addictive and challenging platform. Oh my God, ever, with great graphics and sound design. I don't mind people writing this stuff if it helps other people, because you guys might be into that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind people advertising things. If you want to advertise something, you can. If you want to advertise a service or a business, you can. Did I mention it's free on the App Store right now? Probably is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but if someone wants to do it, they can. And you just advertised it. You can advertise whatever you want on this page. You can really do that. If you've got a business or a song or something you want to advertise, you can advertise it on here. It's all right. It's good to have a community place that we can just put whatever information we want. You can write anything you want up there. Feel free to write whatever you want. I mean, this is B22 Chicken. Spelt Table Cat. Spelt TABBLECAT. I don't know what you're getting at, really. I don't always understand everything that you guys write, but never mind. Don't listen to him. He's encouraging radical Islam terrorism. Well, that's all right if he wants to talk. Let's let him express himself. Then, if he wants to spread that, he's not going to convert me, and he's not going to convert anyone else. So we might as well just let him talk what he wants, and then we can. I don't know. It might get revealed to the police or something. I don't know. I don't think it will, but it might do. The police do watch this. I think the police used to watch my old channel. Don't listen to him. He's encouraging radical Islam terrorism. That's the Doodle Jump for the only $56 on the App Store. Want to get your channel bigger? What, me? I don't mind. I think if I just keep going with what I'm doing, the channel will grow. I mean, channel's going nice now. I mean, it's getting there. I'm just enjoying listening to the music, really, and that's what it's about, really. The reason why I do the channel is because I would be listening to this anyway. As I'm listening to it, you may as well listen to it at the same time, and that's why I'm doing it. So I've got all this great music, so I might as well share it, and that's the whole point of it, really. And I got a message as well. I got a message that I want to share with the world, or with the nation, or with the country. Got a vision. I got a mission. The mission is to free the people, to free them from poverty, to free them from mental torture, to free them from mental burden, to liberate them, liberate the people, so they're liberated and they're not blaming the government or looking for conspiracy theories anymore. Conspiracy theories and all this blaming the government stuff is just so wrong. I mean, and that's what everyone does. Oh, the government this, or rich people this, or the government now, rich people this, the government that, rich people this. And that's all they ever go on about. Fuck that, man. The rich people does not make you poor. And the government does not pick on you. These people are trying to help you. And most businessmen, I've tried setting up a business. If I set up a business and it works, how many people have I raised out of poverty? See, I mean, a businessman is not always a bad man. They help people get out of poverty. They actually give you a job and give you something to do. And who can give you a job? I mean, can you earn your own money? Can you earn your own pound without a businessman behind it? I mean, can you earn your own pound? I mean, I have sold music already. So I've sold some music already, and I got a guy that's selling music already. So I'm not worried, really. I'm sure that one day we'll crack it. This new business venture that I've got. Any of you guys on there now can apply for it. All you got to do is email me at eastside-television@gmail.com and just say distributor. And that's it. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah. Do I know any card tricks? No, I don't know any card tricks. Yeah, I heard if you steal money from a shop, you can make quite a lot of pounds. Well, I wouldn't steal money from a shop. I would never do that because I'm not a thief, and it's against my 10 commandments. You got to be honest. And a lot of Muslims do steal and don't pay their debts. And I got 2 Muslims that haven't paid their debts. So I'm not that impressed by some Muslims like that, really. And Muslims don't tend to pay their debts, and some do, but there's one guy that does pay all his debts, and he's very good at it. But Muslims tend to not pay their debts. I mean, I have the plans to rob a bank. Want to come? No, I'm not going to rob a bank. I'm not a thief. I'm a businessman. I'm a fair businessman. I'm not a criminal. I'm offended since I'm Osama. Oh, you can be whoever you want, man. I'm not bothered. Stealing is a sin, and you shall be struck down by the lightning of Zeus. Well, if you steal, it's just wrong. I mean, it's totally wrong. I mean, I just can't do it. I'm honest, and I believe in honesty. And in my 10 commandments, the first commandment is be honest. That's the first commandment. Is slavery a sin? Well, really, I don't know, because I don't know. I don't want to comment on slavery because I never witnessed it. I never saw how bad it really was. I never really saw it. I can only go on stories from what Jamaicans tell me. And I don't know. I mean, in the Bible, they talk about slavery as if it was a normal thing back then. So I don't know if it was. You know, I don't know if it really was. And they might have just done that just to, I don't know. I mean, if you don't come, I'll say you told me to rob the bank. I'm not bothered. Slavery is all right if they don't mind being told what to do, laugh out loud. Well, I've heard Europeans that come from countries like communist countries where it's sort of like it's slavery in a way in a communist country. It's a bit like that. And they said they didn't mind it. So, you know, you can't always read the propaganda that you're read in the West, that gets fed to you in the West, where they say it's all negative and it's all bad. Where sometimes the guys that live there, they were saying, well, at least we got fed and stuff. You know, I mean, maybe the standard of living might be better. I mean, the standard of living that I got here might not be as good as what you would have in a country that has slavery. Slavery might have a better food standard. You never know. I mean,
Get on the dance floor.
we have too much freedom. Well, I don't think we have too much freedom, really. I wouldn't say that. We need a prison state. What's this?
Yes, for sure.
I don't think we need a prison state, and I don't think we have too much freedom. Is indentured servitude okay? I don't know what that is. Turn the UK into a prison island, like Australia. I don't know about that. I like freedom since I can walk. Yeah, of course, man. Freedom's great, man. You're free to feel good, and that's what you got to remember. You're free to feel good, and that's what freedom's about. Freedom's about being able to feel good, and you're all free to feel good. You know, that's the thing you got to remember. This is C11 dance floor.
Under control. You know, our vibe. It is alive. You know, our tribe. It's like a multicolored spectrum of the rainbow. It's South Harrow, and Harrow is remotely.
Should we follow the 10 Commandments? You should follow my 10 Commandments on Pathfinder. If you email eastlifetelevision@gmail.com, Pathfinder, the word Pathfinder, I'll email you Pathfinder and you can read the 10 Commandments. I can read them to you now if you want. What have I done with them?
They all think that gold is on the pavement. They all think England is paved with gold. When the gold all the time is sitting in Africa and maybe some in India. I don't really know about India, but India used to have lots of gold, a lot of rubies, a lot of diamonds, a lot of gems. But Alexander the Great, yeah, he nicked a few.
Right, I got my 10 Commandments here. If you follow these 10 Commandments, you'll be delivered from sin. These are the deliverance 10 Commandments. I mean, I do believe that I've come to give deliverance and guide us. And I looked at the 10 Commandments and I just thought that thou shalt not and all this stuff was a bit out of date. So I thought it's time that they were modernized. And I started my own 10 Commandments. The first one is be honest. Second one is do not get angry or lose your temper. The third one is do not kill. Fourth one is have no desire. Fifth one is have no beliefs or thoughts. Sixth one is have no hatred. Seventh is do not gossip. The eighth is do not interrupt. The ninth is do not blame others. The 10th is respect everybody. That's the 10 Commandments. After death, the cells. I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't think that death always does kill you anyway. Death can actually keep you alive because that's what happened to Brahma. He keeps getting killed. That's the story of the immortal God. The immortal God is actually dying all the time, but the things that are dying go into him, and he stays alive. And these the creatures of the air, which you call jinn, which I call Father God, they keep you alive even though you're dead. So that's not always true. That's what I think anyway. And you don't know that that's true anyway. How do you know? Swiss cheese, hitbox. I don't know. You need a philosopher's stone and alchemy to stay immortal. You don't need a philosopher's stone at all. You don't need alchemy neither. All that you need to do is be disciplined. Be so disciplined and so righteous that God wants to keep you alive. And if God wants to keep you alive, God can keep anyone alive, even someone that is even a sinner. If God wants to keep a sinner alive, because the sinner is not a sinner through choice. They're a sinner through blindness or through ignorance, and it was not their own fault. It was because their nurture was not good enough. Do you think that you are immortal? I don't know. I have to wait and see. I might be. I don't know. Each life we live in £1. What, you want to invest £1, do you? You want to invest £1? Is that what you're saying? they learn. That's the currency. £1 is the currency of East Life and shared vision. Everything should be £1, what we do. And that's why the samples are going to be £1 now. I'm going to do it all at £1. Everything I do is going to be £1 now. I think that's the way I should do it.
Non-acceptance of what is, which causes pain and suffering. Pain and suffering is what most people really have when I hear them on the TV. I hear them on the radio. It's quite common for suffering because we all know that in the
With £1, you could earn £1,000 actually, or £100 anyway. With £1, you've got to try and earn £100. That's what I would do if I was you. You spend £1 with me, and then if you sell 100 copies, you actually earn £99, and that's what you could do.
Desire is the root of emotion.
So I've read out the 10 Commandments, and
Emotion.
I don't know if you got them, but you can always email Pathfinder to eastlifetelevision@gmail.com, and then you can get your own copy of Pathfinder, and it's well worth reading. It's only about 8 pages long. 1 United Emirates Dirham. All right.
Don't need that spliff. Don't need that cigarette. Don't need that girl. You really don't.
I might go to the shop and get a drink. I'm not sure. Oh, nah, fuck it. I won't bother. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if I should go to the shop and get a drink or not. It's a Saturday night. I think I could do. No, I won't bother. I'll just make a cup of tea or coffee. Big up to Jordan's son, Harvey. Yeah, big up to him. Yeah, man. Are you living in extreme poverty? I'm not living in extreme poverty. No, I'm not. I'm getting by. I'm all right. I'm surviving. I'm getting by just about. I'm not stacking money, but I'm stacking a small amount. But I'm just stacking a tiny amount, you know. And stacking means saving. And I need to be stacking all the time. If I'm not stacking, I'm not happy. I get stressed out. But if I'm stacking, then I'm all right. And I think at the moment I'm stacking. When I'm stacking, I'm all right. And I'll stack all year. I won't buy any equipment. I won't buy nothing. I'll just buy food and drink and clothes. And I'll survive all year. And I'll stack. And then next winter, I'll have enough money for my heating. And that's how I do it. I save in the summer for my heating. So... I got to pay off a debt of £300. I got no other debts. That's the only debt I've got. £300 debt. Just need to be money wise. Yeah, you do need to be wise. You just need to survive. Use money for survival. I don't really spend money on herbs really. I do a little bit, but not much. most of my I got a way of growing herb. I grow it, you know. I mean,
Rastafari. Ja.
I grow the amount. I get an amount, and it grows, and I get an amount out of it, and I can smoke what I need to. I can get by with what I'm doing, you know. And I'm very happy and I'm very pleased. And it is difficult though, and it is tricky, and I wish I didn't have to do it. I wish I could earn the money off Eastside Television so that I could give up this business that I'm doing, because it is a nuisance dealing with people going up and down the stairs, having to be here all the time. I don't like doing this business at all, but I have to do it, because if I don't do it, I can't smoke, and the only way to smoke is to do it. I don't like doing it at all. It's annoying.
Rastafari.
It's all right though. You do meet some interesting people sometimes, and it is about social networking. So maybe it's all right, really. I mean, it's not too bad at the moment. I've got it under control at the moment.
Ja. Ja.
The longer you do something, the easier it gets. And I've been doing it since 2017 now, so that's 3 years now, and I'm on my 3rd year or something, and it's getting easier, and I'm getting better people coming through my door.
Rastafari. Ja. 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 Rastafari. Ja. Rastafari. Rastafari. Ja.
Beautiful lady.
Rastafari.
Just need to be money wise, yeah. Well, if you just buy what you need, which is food and drink and just a few clothes, just clothes what you need. I mean, I tend to buy the same clothes. I got the same ones. I got another shirt that's identical to this one. They're both identical, so I just wear the same one all the time. And I wear this jacket all winter because it's quite a thick jacket. And it's nice, and I wear this one all winter. I don't wash it all winter, but the shirts I change. But I don't change the shirt all the time because I don't need to. I've got another one underneath. I've got several layers on, you know, to keep warm in this winter. I've got a t-shirt on underneath that as well. $14 likes. Shit, that's more than I've ever had before. We're doing really well. I don't know where Simon Malahan is. He said he was going to tune in, but I ain't seen him up here at all. The government budget us enough to have enough. It's time for austerity. What that means is, in austerity, all that you have is enough money for food and drink, and that is it. You haven't got any money for any extras really. Just do overtime or something. That's what it means. You only get the bare essentials, the bare minimum, the survival things. Austerity. That's what it means. Living like a monk. I'm not really in a full austerity mode, really, to be honest. I mean, it could be worse. It could be really austerity. I mean, real austerity where we can't even afford a TV license or afford internet. Or, I mean, I can afford all these things, and even a YouTube advert, I can afford it. As long as I don't buy any more equipment or I can't buy a chair or any. I just can't buy anything this year. Not even a book, really. I might buy a book, but I doubt it. I've got enough books to be reading anyway. Got enough anyway. So we don't need to buy a book. We don't need to buy anything till next year. The 1st of January next year, we might buy something. But we're not going to buy anything until then. And we'll see if we can stack up some money. And if we stack up some money by the 1st of January, then we might spend out a little bit. But to the 1st of January, we're just going to build up money. And that's what we're planning on doing, really. Just build it up and build it up and build it up and build it up. Then I've got to work out what I've got to give the tax man. I am going to pay tax. I mean, I do believe in paying tax and national insurance. I will pay tax and national insurance out of my earnings. I will have to calculate that. I'll have to calculate my sales. I will have to do that. But it'll be easy if I got 100. It'll be 100 every week, or it'll be 100 times 10, which is 1,000. £1,000 every week. If I release 10 tracks and they all buy it every 10. Which they should do, really. It's a network for fun, though. I find business fun, and this is a fun business. I mean, it will take off one day. I'll get my friends onto it one way or another. They got time. I mean, I just got this one track that's on release at the moment. Simon can be selling it for a month for all I know. I mean, I don't have to release another track for a month or a long time. I mean, I was just try and sell this one track first and see how many copies we can sell of that. See how much money he can make out of that. He can always donate some money to me if he wants. It's up to him, really. He doesn't have to, though. He's bought the tune fair and square. It's £1 that they buy it for. It's a pound business. Right, what I'm going to do, it at £12 for... No, I do... Yeah, it's £12. It's 10 minutes is a pound. 10 minutes is a pound in my studio. 10 minutes is a pound. That's how I'm going to do it. So 10 minutes is a pound, and 2 hours is so that's 10 minutes times 6. Is it 6 tens? Yeah, 60. So that's £6 plus another hour. It's £12. Right, I'm gonna do the studio session at £12. It's a pound for 10 minutes in the studio. You can just record in £1. You can do 10-minute jam. You can do it. You can record for £1. You can record for £1. I'm reducing the rate. I want to do a business rate of £1. So now I'm doing 10 minutes at £1. That's what I'm doing. Right, because like 10 minutes in the studio is £1. You can make a track in 10 minutes. You can do that. It only takes 5 minutes to hit record and do it, and we cut it up quickly. So I can do it. You can do one track for £1. That is a cheap studio. Cheap studio. I mean, I could do the one downstairs for the same price when I open that up, but that won't be till after the 1st of January next year. I've got to stack up some money first. Unless the money comes in ridiculous, but it's not going to come in ridiculous. It's going to grow. It's going to slowly, gradually grow. I mean, you got to grow a business. That's how you do it. You get a foundation, set some rules down, and then you grow it. And that's what it's about. And you guys can help me grow my business if you want. Just tuning in here helps anyway. You get used to the music. Maybe one day you want to buy it, and that's what it's about. I mean, part of this is promotion, really, to sell the music. Part of it is promotion. But you don't have to buy the music. You can just listen to this if you want. I mean, I can't earn from this, but you can donate £1 a month if you want. I'll give you the bank account details, and you can donate £1 a month or £1 a week if you want. It's up to you. You donate £1 whenever you want. Do it every day if you want. If you've got the money, it's just a £1 service. So you decide £1 a day, £1 an hour, £1 a minute. It's up to you. You decide, or £1 a month. £1 a month is really the going rate, and that's the service that I provide. And it would be good if there was people donating that £1 a month. I'm unable to connect to the chat at the moment, so I don't know if you lot are typing, but I'm unable to see it. And I don't. You must be typing, I suppose, but I'm unable to see it at the moment. So sorry about that, guys. I don't know if it'll ever come back, but I don't really want to end the stream and come back on. But I can't see your chat anymore. This is D30 Skunk number 1. Good version, it's all right. I probably don't have to make another tune, really. I could probably release for the rest of my life, really, with what I've got. I probably don't need to make another tune, but I want to raise the game and get an even better standard. I thought Proverbs was raising the game. I thought it really was raising the game. That's why I released it. I thought it was really raising the game. I thought it was a great track, Proverbs. I think it is a great track. I think it's well worth £1. When you consider that a record used to cost £5, and all I'm asking for is £1. In a time of austerity, everyone can find £1. I mean, that's what I'm asking for. And you can be a customer or a distributor. You can be a customer or a distributor. Maybe we should give it freedom that whoever buys it decides whether they want to be a distributor or a customer. Depends how much effort they put in. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Everyone can sell it. That's what we'll do. Well, it's whoever's a salesman is going to do well. Who's not a salesman is not going to do well. So let's open up the law. Let's make it so that everyone is a distributor. Let's make it like that. Let's try it on the first track and see what happens. Right, you can sell it, and everyone's a distributor at the moment. everyone's distributor, and you can sell it, and they can sell it on themselves. They can sell it. You can tell them in the email. You can, if you email me eProverbs or record distributor, if you email me one of those things, probably better you email me record distributor. Email me record distributor. I'll email you back with my bank account details. Then you transfer £1 into my bank account. Then when the money's in my bank account, I'll email the track to you. Then when you got the track, you can sell it to as many people as you want, and they can sell it on, and they can sell it on, and they can sell it on. I think we should make a new business where MP3s have to be sold for £1. You can't email them for free. But then that's too dictatorish to say that. So maybe you could email it for free, but you should support the artist. So you should be wanting to support the artist. And if you want to support the artist, then that's the only way the artist can survive or have a decent lifestyle. I mean, for my lifestyle, so that I can go for a decent walk and get out and go to visit my mum and dad, I need to earn some money. I can't afford to go out and visit my mum and dad at the moment, or visit my nieces, or visit anyone. I can't afford to go out. Neil keeps inviting me over to his, but I can't go out, because if I go out, I can't earn my money at home. So I do need to earn some money, and it would be nice if people did support. But I can't see your messages, but you can always text my mobile phone. You can always WhatsApp it, or it's a shame that the chat does that sometimes, and the chat is good, but maybe it's good not to have it at the moment. I don't know if it's going to come back, but so unable to connect to chat, please try again later. So when it comes back, it will come back. It does come back sometimes. It's done it before. Right, this is C13, thanks. It's a really good tune by Ras Smalls. I really like this. There's a particular bit that I like. I'll point it out to you. I just think it's a bit where he's original, and the originality stands out. And it's quite an original style of his, really. It's quite a good style. I don't know if he warmed up first or what he did, but He must have warmed up before he done it. He must be in second or third tune or something. Because it's actually quite a good melody that he's singing. It's his own melody. It's his own style. It's quite good. I think Philly B liked this one. He did like it.
So me say, rise up in the morning and the most I am make thanksgiving. Outside give me love and discipline. Say another place the uprising. Always uprising. Keep on surviving. Stay focused. Don't lose it. Cause you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready mentally. And you gotta get ready spiritually. You gotta get ready. Ready. So me say, get ready. I rock steady. I stop for ride. That's how well I made
I think I'm going to invest in Apple Mac maybe in about 2 or 3 years' time. If I can build up enough money, if I can earn £1,000 a week, where if I earn £1,000 a week in 1 year, I could easily afford to get an Apple Mac. I mean, I can easily stack that. I mean, but that's why I want £1,000 a week, so I can stack. When I can stack, that's the only time I'm happy. When I'm stacking, I'm happy. When I'm stacking away, and that's when I'm happy. And I would buy an Apple Mac to help me improve my production. And I'd get all the plugins and everything that I could possibly afford. I'd go mad on it. And then I'd have a full studio. I'd have what everybody else has got. At the moment, I've got a real trap studio. It's a trap studio. I'm using 909 sounds and set little cuts from records. And this one's drum machine sounds. I think there's a... What's that sound there? I'm not sure. It might be a snare or something from a break. Might be a cut from a record, you see. And the way I envelope it and EQ it and stuff, you wouldn't notice. It might be a break from a record or it's a drum machine. I'm not sure. I can't remember how I produce my tracks. I just can't remember. I think it's drum machine though.
My savior, so me say thanks and pray. Outside always, it's months and weeks and days. Over the years, I do the decades. Thanks and praise, and be grateful always. Today we turn a new page. We have been moving so from stage to stage. Can't lock me like no bird in a cage. I stop right. I see them and them a rage. Okay. So we say be thankful, grateful. Most High is so merciful. Thanks and grateful. And Most High is so merciful. There is someone.
I don't think you can lose by trying £1 anyway. And we all try it. And if we team up together and all club in £1, it's just all I can earn is £100 maximum. That's all I can earn. And it's just one off, and I'd earn £100. And we just try this, and you see if you can earn £100 as well. If you can earn £100, then next week you might be able to invest £10. I mean, maybe in the first week we could. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. We'll build it up to 2 maybe, and then 3, and maybe we'll just release 1 track a week. I'm not sure, but maybe we'll release 1 track a week to start off with, or 1 track a month or something. Just to lead it in, and we'll build it up and build it up and build it up. That's how we'll do it. So it's well worth joining in. I mean, you can text my mobile phone if you're interested. 07917 008 654. If you're interested in business, because at the moment the chat is not working. So, I mean, or you can email. The best thing to do is email eastsidetelevision@gmail.com, and email. The email is better. Well, it doesn't have to be email. It could be the mobile phone, because this is just for bank account details, which I can text you anyway. I can text you that. So you can do it on the mobile phone. 07917 008 654 or eastsidetelevision@gmail.com. And you email that, or you call, or you text that. And all you have to do is just say record distributor. And then you say record distributor, and then I'll text you back, or I'll email you back my bank account details. Then you transfer £1 into my bank account, then I'll email you the track, and then you can sell it as many times as you want. And you're selling it to other people that can sell it as well. They can sell it. They should sell it. I don't believe in freebies. I believe in business. I believe we need to be business-minded as a species. We do need to be business-minded, and that's why I don't have a problem with capitalism, because I am a capitalist. I mean, I'm just finding a way of creating wealth, generating wealth for us. That's what it's doing. If we club in and we actually support it and we do it together, we're creating wealth for ourselves. We're actually earning wealth by selling a record. Just one record. And if you only sell 5 copies, it's better than nothing. It's like better than gambling, isn't it? I mean, you gamble on a horse, sometimes you only win half of what you put in on top. This is better than gambling. You could, if you sell 2 copies, you've actually doubled your money. So you only got to sell 2 copies and you doubled your money already. So it's well worth doing. It's really worth doing. If you think about it, you only got to sell 1 copy and then you made your money back already. So if you can guarantee 1 or 2 or 3 sales, then I think everyone can do that. Everyone can manage 2 sales. I think everyone can manage that. And if you can manage 2 sales, then you're not going to lose. You might as well buy the tune and then you have the MP3 as well.
Bless highly high.
Right, that was C13, thanks. And that's ending now. I'm coming in with the next track. What is the next track? Let's see what the next track is. That was C13, thanks. Still playing now. All right, this is E7 Wild. That's a good track to follow. E7 Wild, right. This is a good track, this. I like this.
This style is so wicked and wild. Johnny Ringo.
Still hasn't played one tape master yet. It hasn't selected anything down the bottom of the screen yet.
Wicked and wild, me say it wicked and wild. Wicked and wild, me say it wicked and wild. Granny grew me from I was a little child. From then me know say we wicked and wild. Step up, we a step up, we a step up from a child. Now we a big man, hero a style. Wicked and wild, me say we wicked and wild. Wicked and wild, me say we wicked and wild. Wild, watch out, watch out. Step on the beat, me say we, me say. Step on the beat, me say you want hear me style. Wicked and wild, it wicked and wild. Big up Johnny Ringo, cause you don't know your style. Wicked and wild, me say we wicked and wild. Pass this a beat and make we go and do we style. Wicked and wild, you know we wicked and wild. And I know we there a long time, we are tile. Wicked and wild, me say we wicked and wild. Step on this a beat, you don't know we style. Wicked and wild, me say we wicked and wild. Yo, Johnny Ringo, tell them how we think going on. Yo.
I might not be able to see the chat all night. I'm not sure, really. I don't know if I should end the stream and come on again, but I don't want to do that. I want to leave the stream on all night. I mean, maybe the chat won't come back, but let's hope the chat comes back. I mean, I'm really sorry, guys, but the chat's not there at the moment, so I can't interact with you at the moment. I don't know what you're going on about. I don't know if you're still chatting or the chat's broken on your end as well, then I can't communicate with you unless you text my mobile phone or WhatsApp it. If you text or WhatsApp my mobile phone, you can communicate with me on 07917 008 654. You can text or WhatsApp or even Viber. I've got Viber as well. You're welcome to Viber or WhatsApp. I prefer WhatsApp. WhatsApp's better. WhatsApp's really good. Viber's a bit shit, really. You don't send a video to one person at a time, and it's not very good. I don't even think you can make a group in Viber. In WhatsApp, you can have a group, and I can invite you into a group.
Living freely each and every day.
This is E7 Wild by Black Lightning and Professor Johnny Rankin.
Junior, what was your line? I can't remember. Can you bring back your line? Wicked and wild, I say we're wicked and wild. Come in January, you don't know this style. Wicked and wild, and we're wicked and wild. Wicked and wild, yeah. Parliament are wicked and wild. With their paedophilia ring and their nonsense, their war. They've been doing it for a long time. Them can't still do it, them one horse a fire turning a beat a fire. We don't hear them nasty style. Wicked and wild, they were wicked and wild. Don't know this number was a little child. Wicked and wild. Rastafari, really. Wicked and wild. Nah. Rastafari, they're not wicked and wild. Nah. But your British citizen who voted Brexit and goes on the Jeremy Kyle show. Yeah, they have a wicked and wild, wicked and wild, wicked and wild, bad mind. And they're blind, but you can't really blame them because the secrets of society have been hidden from them for a long time. Since the 3rd century, when the Romans shut down the temples of the teachings of mystery schools. Rastafari, they're not wicked and wild.
Okay, so a dodgy point of my discipline. It's a dodgy point. It's a hard point. I can't solve it. Can't click it out. I need to smoke more weed really to click it. But it's gonna take a long time to sort out. It's a long process. This one. Let's try looking down and looking around. See if we can sort it out. We're sorting it out now. We just have to look around a bit.
This is what the Hindus say. This is what the Buddhists say. But Rastafari, my man, Rast number 1, he disagrees with me, but I will prove it to thee that emotion and thought combined is the ego. The ego causes all destruction, like depression, like rage and anger, road rage. Do you ever catch yourself getting angry at another vehicle? Or
Dodgy part of discipline at the moment.
When patience
It's that part that won't click in. So I want to go on for a long time. And I don't know. It's going to click eventually. It might be a big click. But
we have to memorize.
I know it's not really sorting out quickly.
We have to look into the encyclopedias. We have to look into philosophy, psychology, psychiatry. If you want to get on the vibe, if you want to join the tribe, if you want to unite, if you want to never call the fight, if you want to get joy in your heart, pure joy, no misery, no feeling glee, just how to be or not to be. That is the question. Now I be, to be, I be. I don't want to do. I don't want
The trick is to surrender to your slow spirit. That is the spirit of God. That is the spirit of God, your slow spirit. Your slow spirit is the spirit of God. When you surrender to that,
and to go I don't I'm back. I'm a yardie.
you will start to do things in a more righteous manner. And not only that, you You can watch the awakening pain body as it becomes an anger or a hot temper by slowing down. You can watch it and you can dissolve it before it becomes the actual pain body itself. You can dissolve it by slowing down. That's what we have to do. We have to slow right down and slow down. And the mind is like a glass with water and soil in it. So if we get angry, the soil gets shaken up in the water and it's very cloudy and it takes a long time to settle. And that's what the mind's like. So if you can dissolve it before the soil gets shaken, if you can leave it solid, then the mind doesn't have to calm down. It just stays calm. The trick is to keep the soil still. Just keep it so you don't shake it up. When it gets shaken, that's when you get angry, confused, and hot-tempered, and that's when it's shaken, and it takes a long time to settle. And the hot temper is the same. So that's what you got to imagine it's like, really. That was in my Zen teaching about that, about the glass and the water and the soil. That was in my Zen teaching, and that's eating the orange. It's about eating the orange, that. And if you ever get Pathfinder, you can learn about eating the orange. But I'm not going to preach to you or teach you what eating the orange is now. You're going to have to discover it in Pathfinder. And it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. It's up to you. I can only lead you to water. I can't force you to drink. It's up to you, really. You can think I'm a con artist if you want, or you can try and get involved and take it seriously. And life is not always a joke. I mean, some of these guys think it's a joke all the time, but it's not always a joke. There is seriousness to it as well. And knowledge is a serious thing, really. It's not a joking matter. And I'm not. I do have a sense of humor, and I do joke around a bit sometimes. But genuinely, I'm a serious guy, and I'm on a serious mission. And I do prefer it if people ask me serious questions of knowledge and wisdom. That's what I prefer. I prefer people to ask questions which are going to advance them in spirituality or in character or in... It's all right now. I mean, answering questions is all right. I don't mind doing it. This is D11 Mark. D11 Mark. Right. I'm going to buy an Apple Mac one of these years coming up. I don't know when I'm going to buy it, but I don't need to buy it yet. I don't. I'm just getting it for fun, really. I don't need it. I'm not even using the sounds that are on an Apple Mac, but I'm using 909 sounds. Maybe if I get the Apple Mac, I can get them new drum sounds. And that's what I need. I need a new Apple Mac with new drum sounds. And then I can play my drums and program them with the new Apple Mac drum sounds. And then I'll be up to date and I can get in the charts, maybe. See, that's what I mean. I haven't got the right equipment to get in the charts. The charts is all Apple Mac. It's Apple Mac all over it. So if I have an Apple Mac, I can get in the charts, or get them plugins, but I don't know what they're called. I just know an Apple Mac's got all them sounds, but I don't know, man. I've seen it. I've been in the studio with Apple Mac in it, and I've seen all these sounds that he's got, and it's amazing what he had. And I would buy a whole range of synthesizers to go in there. Maybe I'd just buy a few to start off with, and I'd build my collection up. But I mean, it is worth investing in a few synthesizers to put in Logic. I think this guy must have got them bootlegged. I suppose all his software was bootlegged, but I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy all my stuff. I'm going to support the industry, and that's what it's about. It's not about getting pirate and bootlegs. It's about paying your way. Business. Developers and stuff have to get paid. I mean, you can't always bootleg all your software or pirate it. That's why I pay for Adobe Premiere. I pay for my software. I mean, I think you should. I mean, if you're going to get something, when I get Logic on the Mac, I'm going to pay for it. I never paid for it on the PC, I must admit. But when I get Logic on the Mac, I'm going to pay for it. I'll have enough money then. I'll be earning £1,000 a week. I've got to be earning £1,000 a week before I get a Mac. That's my target. My goal is to earn £1,000 a week. When I'm earning that, I'll stack up some money. And then maybe if I'm earning £1,000 a week by the end of the year, next year I'll have enough money to buy an Apple Mac. I mean, I don't know where I'd put it though. Right, it's B29 TV. B29 TV. I don't know if they just started the chat off again. No, let's see if you can message me now. I don't know if I just connected to the chat, but let's see if I can read your messages now. I just typed a message, but I don't know if you can message me now. But I was just trying to activate the chat, that was all. But I can't see your messages yet. Well, I'm feeling really high tonight. I know why I am, but I'm just feeling really good. My mind feels alive. I feel really good. Meditation was really good today, and I'm still meditating. My head's sorting itself out a little bit. It still hasn't clicked though. Still needs to do more, but I'll never discipline it like this. Maybe we need to get up and move around a little bit.
Deep and funky, deep and
Maybe if
funky, deep and funky,
move
deep
around like
and
this.
funky, deep and funky, deep and funky, deep and funky, deep and funky.
just zenning out. I'm just following my spirit, and my spirit wants to do this. It's important to follow your spirit. You surrender to your slow spirit and you'll do righteous stuff. And your slow spirit, when you surrender to it, you've got monkey mind. And monkey mind will make you want to do something. And you have to defeat monkey mind, because monkey mind is the mind that's seeking in doing. And doing is a paradoxical, contradictory type thing, because doing, there is no salvation. You know, you can accumulate enough doings and it will not make you feel happy. You can do a lot of stuff. You can do qualifications or whatever you're doing. It's not going to make you feel any better. And that's what you got to realize. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how you feel and how you be, how you exist, how you feel. And you got to take time out. And it's how you feel when you're not doing something. It's how you feel when you're not doing something. It's how you feel when you've got nothing to do. Are you bored? Do you feel bored? If you feel bored, there's something wrong with you. You should never be bored. Boredom is a sin. I mean, to be bored is wrong. I mean, that means that you're undisciplined. You got a bad mind. If you get bored, you got a bad mind. You need to sort that out. You need to get a discipline. The discipline that we're going to read about tomorrow all day, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going to start that at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be up all night probably tonight. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll start that. I might ring Simon up and see. I don't know, I might start it because Simon's heard it anyway and he's read it and stuff. And at 7 o'clock, I think I should start it because I've got to read the whole book in one day. And I'm going to read the whole book in one day. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. It feels a bit cold in here. I wish I could put the heater on, but the heater's broken. I still can't see your chat anyway. This is A14 Jah Rastafari. I think if I get an Apple Mac, it will help me to get a house. So that's why I think when I got enough money, even if I haven't got a house, even if I haven't stacked up enough to get a house, I'll stack up until I get an Apple Mac. Certain studio things I'm going to get. And once I got the drums, the Apple Mac, I need to get some new drums. I need to get a new snare drum, a new hi-hat, I need a new hi-hat, a new snare drum, a new bass drum, and I need some tom drums, tom-toms, or whatever they're called, toms. I need some toms, some, just a bass drum. Would be good to fit the bongos on there somehow, but maybe I can position the bongo somehow around it when I get the new kit. I could maybe put the bongos in there somehow. I don't know how I'll do it, but it would be nice to get the bongos in there because they're a nice sound. And this is A14 Jah Rastafari if you want to request it ever. It's a great little track. It reminds me of Rastafarians. That's why I called it Jah Rastafari, and I put the Jah Rastafari sample in it as well, because I was making it for Rastafarians. I was making it for Jamaicans. That's what I was thinking of when I made it. We might be reaching near full discipline soon. After this head click, it might be near full discipline. I'm not sure, but it feels like it could be full discipline coming up. It might be even full discipline coming up. I'm not sure, but it probably isn't. But I don't know why we're doing this. I mean, why do we have to do this? I mean, it's crazy. That means that we're not disciplined. We haven't realised reality completely, 100%. We haven't realised it the way that a perfect person would realise it. We haven't mastered perfection yet. We haven't mastered Zen yet. We're not a Zen master yet. We're on our way, but we're not a master yet. We'll be a Zen master soon, but I'm not sure, maybe. Maybe I've got to do this a bit. Thought so. We've got to get the right side to see or something. I think the right side's got a problem, I think. I think it's the right side's got a problem. I think the left side's all right. The right side is not really. Maybe we're clicking into something here. We're going to go up to a level of consciousness here. And it's by playing around and by experimenting a little bit. Can't tell you what I'm doing, but I'm experimenting with stuff, and I'm not gonna learn this. All right, just clicked a little bit. All right, that's much better. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've done it now. We clicked it. So there is still more to go, but we clicked a little bit there, and that'll do for now. We've sped up a little bit. We're the same speed on both sides now. We're left and right in unity right now. This is E15 Summertime. E15 Summertime. I love this track. Absolutely love it. It's a bit slow, but it's nice. I can't see the chat, so I don't know what you're typing. I don't know if you can see the chat. I don't know how it's working, but I'm just playing the music. I'm just enjoying listening to the music in the studio, in the East Life studio. It's the East Life Television, and we're a business entrepreneur. If you want to get in the business, you can get in the business. You can get in the East Life business. You can use my record shop as a selling tech point. And you can advertise East Life Television. You can advertise these forums to help you promote the record sales. You can say, look, listen to East Life Television. This is where the music is, and you can sell the track to the people listening to it. So look, I got this track from East Life Television, or East Life, and if they're watching it, you might be able to sell it to them.
deep and funky.
E15 Summertime. It's a nice vibe, this. It is a summertime song. And the beat is from a song called Summertime. So I often name tracks after beats, and that's what I do. I mean, Do It was named after the beat. It was named after the song. There's a song that I did called Do It, and that beat is from a song called Do It. And that's what I do. Sometimes the beat is what I name the song. And that's just how I do it. Summertime was the beat. It was where I sampled the beat from. It's off of a record. Bought it in South Harrow Market. That record shop's not there anymore, so I can't do it anymore. But now I'm making my own beats anyway, so that's much better, really.
Deep and funky.
It's better to make your own beats.
Deep and funky. 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 Deep and funky.
It's nice just knowing that there's 4 people watching, and it's really nice. And not having the chat, actually, because the chat can be a bit funny, really. I mean, people have got weird sense of humour and weird attitudes and weird perspectives. And I don't know, I mean, I'm a bit of a straight up serious guy, and I'm into wisdom and knowledge and philosophy, and we can challenge beliefs and have a decent debate, but it's just getting to know, I suppose. One day we'll get deep, I suppose. One day it will happen, but for now we got to play around a bit, and I'm waiting for the philosophy to come in one day. That's what I'm waiting for. And I love a bit of philosophy and on evolution and stuff like that. We've got to read my books first. We have to read them and learn them, and we got a long way to go. Yeah, we've got a long way to go before we can master this knowledge. But I don't know who's going to learn it. I don't know who's going to be the one that's going to learn most of it. I don't know. I mean, it depends who's watching. At the time, I might have to go over things again and again, or name the show after the chapter or something, or name it after the section or something, and then people can watch that or something. I don't know, really. I should just do it in my shows, really, I suppose. Really good. We got 6 viewers now. We're getting up, right? This track's called D41. This style. It's there's more versions of this style after, but it's quite a late version. Oh yeah, it is quite a late version. Yeah, it's a good version. This one, yeah, it is a good version. This, yeah, D41. This style. If ever you want to request it or get the rewind, you have to contact my phone now. Oh, let's see. Someone's called me. Who's this? No caller ID. Right, that's no good. I don't answer those. That's why I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hope, John, you are enjoying the show. Make sure to call me at 7:30 a.m. every day. Thank you. Okay. Oh, 7 o'clock tomorrow for teaching all day meditation. Oh, we dropped down to 3 viewers. Never mind. It doesn't matter how many people are there. It's nice to have 3 viewers anyway. I mean, that's It's a great. I remember when I only had one, and I only had one for a long time. I was stuck at it, and then I got an advert eventually, and the advert paid off a few weeks later. It just started to come through, and I'm really pleased I got an advert now. I recommend it to anyone that you have to have some sort of presence really to get known. And I thought the advert would work, and it does work, and it's worth it. I mean, it's an investment. It's my investment, so I don't know why you can't invest £1 into me. I mean, I invested that advert, and that's how you discovered me. Without investing that money into that advert, you'd never have found me. We wouldn't be having this fun. So, I don't want to bully you, but you should think about investing £1, really. You can always WhatsApp me or text me. I think, actually, no, you have to email me. You do have to email me. You have to email me at eastlivetelevision@gmail.com because I have to email you the track. So you have to email me. Yeah, you do. So I can hit return. That's right. You have to email me. eastlivetelevision@gmail.com. That's how you start off being a record distributor, or be a fan, or be whatever you want to be. Be whatever you want to be. It's freedom. But this music's unlicensed. I'm not going to license it anymore. I'm not going to license it. I'm going to allow people to do what they want with it. You can sample it. You can do what you want. You can rap on it. If there's an instrumental, you can rap on it. If it gets in the charts, it gets in the charts. I mean, so maybe I should register it as well. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe I can register it and you can use it or something. Or you can buy the right. I don't know how it works. I don't know if I should register it or not. I could register it and still sell it. I mean, and where it gets heard, that's where I get the royalties from. So I could register it. Yeah, I'll probably have to register it. I'll register Proverbs then. That's what I'll do. I'll register that one track and I'll register what I release. That's what I'll do. And in time, I'll probably release quite a bit of my music and it'll get registered like that. That's how I'll do it. I've got to get a PPL membership. I can't afford to get a passport at the moment. I can't afford to get a passport. Shit. I don't know. I've got to earn a bit of money first then. When I earn some money to get a passport, I'll get a passport. And I might have to do that this year because I've got to start registering the music. Especially if I'm releasing it, I've got to register it. Especially if I'm selling it to distributors and stuff like that. PPL is very important. And then there's VPL as well for video. This is D41, this style. D41, this style. Yeah. I'm not sure why the chat hasn't come back. I don't know. It's a bit strange. It says, unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So I typed a message. I just typed a phone number. But I don't know. I mean, I might make another drink, I think, and have a little smoke. I don't see why not. I mean, why not? I mean, life is an abundancy, and you've got to tap into the abundancy flow. And when you can tap into the abundancy flow, you don't need any more than what you've got. And when you got enough, then you can start stacking. And when you can start stacking, you can start investing. And when you can start investing, you can. I'm going to invest in the Apple Mac definitely, and some synthesizers, and some drum machine sounds, and I'm going to get some of these Apple Mac sounds that are on there. And Let's put a jacket on. I've got two of these yellow jackets as well. I bought originally what it was me and Black Lightning were going to go out DJing. I bought Black Lightning a yellow jacket and a red shirt, and then I bought myself one. I bought two matching pairs because we're both the same size. But Black Lightning never turned up one night on time, and I thought, shit, I can't rely on this bastard. The gig was cancelled anyway, but Black Lightning didn't turn up on time, so I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to do this. Even though I paid for his car insurance. Paid 250 quid for his car insurance and he didn't turn up on time. So I can't even rely on him. He's unreliable. He didn't turn up tonight, did he? You know what I mean? So that's why I can't do gigs. I can't drive. He's unreliable. I can't smoke in the venues anyway. That's why I can't do it. I mean, this is A44 running free. I can't remember what the last one was, or I don't know what the last one was called, but this is A44 running free if ever you want to request it. Likes is probably the most I've ever had. I can't believe it. It's incredible. And we got well over 10 at one stage. We got 11 viewers at one stage. I haven't seen it go up to 12 yet, but I've seen it at 11. Right, and that was A44 Running Free. This is A18 Beef. This isn't a brilliant track, but it's all right. It's quite a simple track to put together. Anyone who's got the samples can do it, really. But I played like in a hardcore style over the top of it. I got a plan for this tune, a remix, but I never got around to it, and I won't do it now. But I did have an idea for it. I wrote it down in the book, and I never got around to it. A18 Beef. It's a great track, man. Classic track. It's got some funky stabs in it, and it's a great track. This is Eastside Television. We're playing Eastside Studio music. This is Eastside Studio right here. And yeah, we're playing through the vaults. We're playing all the music from 1997 up till 2019, 31st of December. That's what we're playing. And it's the whole music, all of it. It's a big collection of music. This is Y54 Project 3 Jam 2. So this is Jam 2, and it sounds like there's a violin in it. This sounds like another violin jam. I think we heard one earlier. And this is the second one. This is Jam 2. So it's a real violin, that. Karen Shannon playing. Karen Shannon's my favourite musician to work with. She's so talented. She can make anything sound good. That sounds real hip hop, man. That sounds real. I think that sounds really hip hop. That. I think that's a new style. I mean, 50 Cent would love this. Them guys would love this. I mean, when they hear this, when this gets popular, there'll be guys trying to copy this. I mean, it's not very well recorded and it's very quiet. I could do a remastering, but right, let's get this on. Right. Right, this is C8 Rastafari Obey.
Rastafari, I. Yeah, man, I don't know, so if I burn them ears, saying, how none of them ears say thing, you know what thing go. No matter what the car go bring it for me, you tell them, say, no, hey, me not no re, no day, no re, no day, no re, no day, no re, no day, no bad. Come tell me about what him say or she say. Because you know say Rasta man bun the ear say. Me nah no re, no play, no hear say, no he say, no she say. The Rasta man bun all of them say. All of them they think they not go put you nowhere. Just like what mama say, you won't reach nowhere. So me say me bun the re,
Sounds of Rast Smalls in the Eastside studio. C8 Rastafari Obey.
Rastafari, me tell you me obey. Me pray the obstacle them out of me way. And push the bad-minded people them and that they claiming and rare. No take no he say, no she say. The Rasta man burn them, they sitting them in say night and day. Oh, the most I me say, him we obey. The most I me tell you, him a lead the way. Me pray for him clear the obstacle out of the way. And the Rasta man go through because me clear the way. Enough of them that want to see we vanish away. Enough of them that want to see we sink away. And yes, them come laugh with me night and day. But then they think them ready for, we ready for. Tell them say we have this way. God we ready because pregnant and I hear say, no he say, no she say, no baby, no him say, no she say. Rasta man don't care of me, no give a fuck about that anyway. They tell them say that the bingy man and go stray. The righteousness is what we obey. No rare, no tete, no he said, no she said, no rare, no tete. You what? Righteousness just a man they are so honor embrace. Enough of them no like we see we face. We come round here so me and tell you say you're positive vibes. Rastafari, they are ready to open up them eyes. A full-time certain things them realize. Instead of them come round here move under disguise. And them not speak no truth or tell pure lies. And up at them mountain and them jacket untie. When we check it out, we find out them must see it and it's fine. And the rare, no take it, no he say, no she say, no rare, no take it, no he say, and he say, no tell me about nobody coming, no give a fuck anyway. And a rare, no take it, yeah, well, me say, no rare, no take it, no Rasta man, burn them skins if they anyway. A righteousness, that's Rasta, okay. They pray for the most, I hear the obstacle out of my way. I say, I'm not rebel, me say, go on, DJ, and I'm not rare. I take they're on the east side studio. Me say, all day the ice will be a Johnny Rank. They are so a place. And every day me tell you we turn on. We know what them dress out, we go burn them fresh and tell them set them to clean the obstacles out of the way. So we don't have no rare, no tete, no rare, no tete. When he say, now she say, no rare, no Rasta man don't care about that anyway. We don't have no rare, no tete, no earway. When me say, the fire blazing, a Rasta ready because pray. I'm on the time, they say, out of the way.
You're not
And
functional
then
enough.
them say your righteousness, Rasta man, no Mary, and no Ray Ray, no Ray Ray, no Ray Ray, no Ray Ray, no Ray Ray. Out of fire, Rastafari. You know, sir.
But I have to make an effort. I have to really bow down to be, to talk to you, to be with you. I have to show a lot of mercy, and that's wrong. I shouldn't have to do that. I should just be able to express myself and be myself. I should be able to just do that, and you should be the one with the mercy and the forgiveness, and you should be the one that should be older and wiser. If you think you're right, then you should not argue, but lead by example. It's wiser to know and be quiet. Sometimes it's wiser to know and be quiet. You don't have to always, if you disagree with me, you don't always have to tell me. Listen to what I'm saying first. Listen to the whole thing. Don't just argue. Anyway, that'll do. Bye. It's A58 go. A58 go. If everyone request it. It's got a drum beat that I drummed actually. It's a drum beat that I drummed. My drumming's got a lot better now. I'm so happy that my drumming's got so much better. I hope my bass playing improves a lot on Monday morning or Monday afternoon or whenever I do it. I hope my bass playing is sharp. If I play the bass guitar, I hope I do. I hope I actually do it. Maybe I should do it tomorrow. I'm not sure. No, I'm doing the Power Now tomorrow. I can't do it. All right. Big sub bass, deep bass line in this. It mixes nicely with the other sounds. I mean, it's nice actually. It's a good tune. This. A58 go. I mean. love waking up. It's really good. Feeling life and feeling high and yeah, it's really good. I'll be in the studio all night tonight and all day tomorrow. I won't be going for a walk tomorrow because I'm doing the Power of Now all morning and all afternoon. So hopefully we can go for a walk on Monday morning. We hope we can. Monday mornings are I like going for a walk in the morning anyway. I don't like if it gets too late in the day. I don't really go for a walk. I mean, depends. If it's sunny, I'll go out. But the morning time is the time that I like to get out. Tomorrow I can't do it. Tomorrow is meditation day all day. So I've got to do meditation day all day. And a Saturday I can go out for a walk, really. But today it was raining in the morning. In the afternoon I couldn't be bothered. But even the amount of exercise I do is enough anyway. It keeps me fit enough. So I know that if you don't do enough exercise, you're not doing much exercise at all, because I can tell by the way people walk whether they do exercise or not. I can tell whether they're fit or not by the way that they stand and by the way that they walk. You got to move around. You got to jump around. You really got to move around and jump around. Dancing is very important in martial arts. I mean, to be able to see the angles, dancing part of it. Dancing is part of it. Moving your head around and stuff. Moving to the beat and stuff. It starts off the movement and stillness. Stillness and movement is very important. Stillness and movement, they're both as important as each other. But it starts with stillness first. First of all, you got to master stillness. When you master stillness, then you can master movement. And that's how it goes. You got to master stillness. First of all, you got to have no mind with stillness and take a photographic picture. And then you move in the picture. And when you move in the picture, then you're moving in the meditation. And you're moving in the meditation, that is Zen. Walking meditation. Which I've been able to do for years, really. I've been doing walking meditation for a long time. There's levels of walking meditation. Like I'm getting to a higher level. That's all that I'm doing. I'm just increasing in walking meditation. I'm increasing in awareness of space and matter and time. Not time so much, but angle matter. Angle matter, that's what I call it. The word that I made up, the terminology that I made up, and I call it angle matter. And it's the angles of the matter, of the walls and what's around you. I mean, you got to observe them and you got to be able to see them. And the head movement thing gets you to start seeing them, but at different levels. And you got to get to the point where you're fully disciplined. And I'm not fully disciplined yet. I'm still not there. My head still needs to click. I don't know how to do it. Maybe I can look in the mirror. Back in a minute. Right, I've just disciplined my mind a little bit by looking in the mirror. I looked in the mirror and I moved my hands around a bit and I got a perspective. I don't know if it's perspective, but a realization. It was powerful. My mind is so high now. I'm getting a really high rush now after doing that. I mean, if I completed my body, I might have put my mind in unity. Might be the last discipline stage. My head didn't click in a big way. It's a little tiny click. And yeah, it's discipline now, I think. I might never sleep again now. I don't know. But I think I'm fully disciplined now. No, maybe not. But maybe I'm disciplined enough that from now on it's just little head clicks or something. Oh, I don't need to move my head very much, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there is still more to learn. We can always right, that was it. We just sorted ourselves out a little bit there. We're advancing all the time in meditation. We're advancing in Zen. That's what we're. Zen is the root of all philosophy. Zen and Taoism and Vedanta and yoga. These things, they're all the root. That's the root. It's the root of knowledge. It's the root of realization. It's the root of enjoying life. It's the root of all religion, because If you want to obey a religion, you have to have the foundation of Zen to be able to obey it. If you want to be a Christian, then fair enough, be a Christian. Follow them 10 commandments if you want. But you've got to be Zen to be able to follow them. If you're not Zen, you're a hypocrite. You're a sinner. That's what you are. I mean, right, let's see if taking a puff on this throws our head out again. Let's just try doing this and just see. Yeah, that's good enough. That's fine. Yeah. We probably go faster than this, though, can't we? Actually. Right, we've reached the speed now that we're really at. We've reached full discipline now. We've reached full discipline. I think we've reached it now. I'm still head clicking a bit though, but I don't know. I mean, this is like advanced Tai Chi, really. I mean, this is the real Tai Chi where you meditate on your body and you can see it going really fast or really slow. The slower you move it, or you can move it quickly as well. But slowly is really helpful. Into seeing all the angles and being able to see both sides, stereo, left and right. Most people can only see in mono, one side. They can't see both sides. Both sides, you got to meditate out both egos, primary and left, primary and secondary, left and right. Some people meditate out the primary ego and they think they mastered it, but they haven't at all. They haven't mastered jack shit. All they've done is they've got a bullet ego. That's what they got, a bullet ego. They're just very egotistical, one-eyed monkeys that are very competitive. And I'm not competitive at all. I'm not. If I was competitive, I wouldn't say that you can be a distributor. I'm doing this to try and help people get money. I'm saying that you can sell my tracks. You can sell. It's a new idea. I'd like to see other artists take it on board and try and do it as well. I'd like to see James Beck sell a track or something. Be interesting to see if he can sell it to 100 people. I mean, if I can sell to 100 people, it'll be interesting. Right, this is B35 Spoonie Beat 177. Right, let's skip that one. This is Impert AAA 006. Impert AAA 006. Some of these just codes, you see, they're not actually names. maybe what I'll do, I'll come off and we can come on again and see if we can activate the chat, because I do like it when the chat is on. So are you going to come back on? I'm going to log off, come back on with a new 4 Uno. I hope you'll log back on. I hope you do, and we'll have the chat there.